Right. Hey, fam. It has been quite some time. And it's been an even longer time since we've had a chat in the car. So, all right, Lord, how far are we taking this story back? Maybe we're going to take it back to this morning. This morning, I was like, okay, I got to give my peeps a video. Got to give them an update. I have people checking in, watching. And so the last thing that y'all heard from me was the Very Intentional Me fast. And I think we were on like week 2. Maybe we had just started week 3, and things were amazing. There were so many things that were being revealed. Just hearing the testimonies from the women who joined in. I love each and every one of you. I'm so glad that God used me to be able to speak to you. But yeah, it was amazing. Like, there were some things that were heavy and that was like, oh God, I really don't want to give this up. But it just makes me think about oh, okay, I hope I can get this right. It makes me think about the saying where, like, we have this thing that, like, we feel like it's so great, and it's like, oh my gosh, God, I do not want to give this to you, because like what comes after it, not realizing that that's why he wants us to give us that thing, because there's something so much more greater on the other side. So like, there was just so many moments of that. And then the fast ended. And baby, it's like I was back in the world, and I said, oh my gosh. It was just like, okay, I'm back here. Matter of fact, I feel like God is just about to speak a lot in like parables and stories from the Bible. It makes me think about like Moses when he went up to the mountain to talk to God, and all the people was down there, and it was like he was away from all of that, and so he was being able to hear directly from God. And then he comes down and he's back here, and he's like, y'all out here acting up like this? So that's what I feel like happened once the fast ended. And so there's just been like a lot of different things that I'm navigating, adjusting, just all the different things. And so I was like, I have not talked to my people in a while, and I got to get something out to them. So this morning, going back to this morning, I like recorded a video, and it just didn't feel right. I was like, this don't feel like me. Like, this feels like me like trying to put on a show just so I can say, hey, I came and I talked and I spoke and I posted my video and I showed people I was still alive. Like, no, it didn't feel like me. And so as I was sitting in the car, I have a moment. Y'all don't hear no babies. I have a moment, y'all. But babies are not here. And this felt like the perfect moment to finally just say, the Very Intentional Mama is taking an intentional break. And it took me a little minute. We ain't gonna cry. But it took me a little minute to be okay with taking that step away, because it's oh so very hard. Oof. It's so hard for God to entrust you with something, and it becomes your baby. And then to have to say, I have to put this up for right now. But I'm trusting and believing that as I put this away for right now, that God has some things so much greater in store. So what exactly does this mean? This means that you might not see me as much in emails. And so email community, y'all have already heard about this. Go check your emails. I did shoot something out to you guys. Y'all already know that I'll be showing up more probably on Threads, maybe a little bit on Instagram. We're gonna see how that goes. But more so on Threads. You can find me everywhere at The Very Intentional Mama. But it just looks like me taking a moment to. All right, so we are back. Phone got overheated, but we're gonna wrap up this story to basically say, also, I'm about to show y'all a sneak peek of what baby girl, like, so school is out, we all been home, and they have gotten so acclimated to my office. Just look at the picture. real acclimated. But anyhow, yeah, so he is calling me to a season of rest a little bit earlier than I expected, and I kept trying to push it against the grain, like, no, God, I can still do it all together. I can do it all. I can do it all right now this season. Um, and so just having to be honest with myself and evaluate and be like, I need to step back. So, what does this look like? This looks like we are still going to have everything that has already been set in place. So, that's another thing. Knowing that just because he's telling you to take a break doesn't mean he's telling you to take a break from everything else. You still got to push on and finish out strong and wait for those next instructions. So, therefore, September 2026. Oof, I was like, nah, that's not right. But no, that's right. It's right around the corner. We are hosting our first ever retreat, the Take a Break Mama Retreat. And y'all, I'm so excited for the moms that have made the commitment, the goodies that are coming in. Oh, y'all, look, I just looked at my nails. We ain't gonna talk about it. Because I don't have the kids now, that's actually what I'm about to go work on as soon as we done recording, but we ain't gonna talk about it. All right. So yes, September 2026, we are having the Take a Break Mama Retreat. I am so ready to have these moms in this space to where they get a full weekend. Like, baby, I'm not talking about like a quick little day trip, full weekend. So like when you get there, you actually can rest over the next couple of days instead of getting there and having to get right back up again and back to your family. We love y'all. We just need like a itsy bitsy break, and it's okay. Like, it is okay to need a moment away from your children and your family. It's okay to take a trip that pours into you so that you can be able to continue to do the work that God has called you to do and come back home to your babies. Okay? It's okay. So we're still having that, and am I gonna tell y'all? I guess I can give it to y'all. We have one more spot available. That's it. One last spot. It is a room all to yourself on the Take a Break Mama Retreat that we'll be hosting here in Greenville, South Carolina, September 2026. That's the 24th through the 27th. Just one more spot. And all you have to do is fill out the application below, and you will get more details so that you can get to take that break too. Because you see it happening for everybody else. It can happen just as much for you. But our next fast, the Very Intentional Friend Fast, will be happening September 1st through the 21st. And y'all, oh my gosh, I've already been hearing so much from God on this topic. Woo! I've been so ready to get into it, but I gotta be patient. Okay, gotta be patient. If you've seen the transformation just from March 2026, our first ever fast, you're gonna want to get on this. All I'm saying is the wave of the Lord is here. So that's happening, and then we'll have our last and final fast, December 2026, 21-day fast, the Very Intentional Mama. And ooh, my mamas, my women who want to be mamas, you are in for a treat. Okay, let's see. What other updates I got to give y'all? Because, like, when I say I am being obedient, I will not leave this spot until I have given you everything he's told me to give you. There will also be, this is my pain, because I've been running away from this one. So, God, you got me being real honest and open here today. But since the beginning of this year, I have been working to host a in-person gathering. And it's just one night where a bunch of his daughters come together, and they just get to be in the mix with one another and feel the presence of the Lord. And so, like, I tried it. I was like, okay, we're going to do this in March. March came around, you know, the money just wasn't money, and things wasn't just, it wasn't working. And I had already heard God tell me, like, no, this isn't it. And so I was trying so hard. Like, I was looking at him like, Dad. I wasn't even saying father, like, Dad, can you please, like, make everything align? so that this can work. And it just didn't. But then he gave me the month that the next one would happen in. And I'm just like, I don't want to do it now. Because you didn't let me do it the first time. When I tell you we are so much like our kids with him, I have seen how much of a child that I still am when it comes to God. And now I understand why we go through what we go through with our kids. Because he got to put up with this with us. So anyhow, we will be hosting an event in December 2026. I'm going to get the exact date for you guys. But December 2026, we'll be hosting an event. Matter of fact, I done learned this trick. I don't have to make all the decisions, okay? So instead of me trying to make things work and figure it out in my own head, I'm going to ask you. I want you to comment and let me know. What day would you rather have a night out to just be among some other women that got the same vibe as you, that rock with the same Jesus as you? Like, how would that feel? Especially if you've been joining in on the Very Intentional Fast. And last but not least, because I'm not going to forget about y'all, we're going to finish out the year strong. I said that I was going to show up consistently on YouTube. And this one has been the hardest one. Because I'm like, but God, I've been consistent for the last 6 months. I've shown up every single week for the last 6 months. And you mean to tell me that I gotta break that streak? So this one has been the hardest news. And it's not that I'm not going to be posting for the rest of the year. It's just that it might look like once a month or twice a month. But you're still going to hear from me because we're going to finish strong. We're going to finish well. We're going to finish with excellency. And God, I hope we're wrapping this up because I'm getting a little tired of being vulnerable. So if you've been wondering, if you've been like, hey, I ain't seen nothing pop up from her lately, that's the news. The Very Intentional Mama is taking a very intentional break. Pray for me. Send love if you have my number, if you have me on Threads, if you have me on Instagram, wherever you have me. If you have me somewhere, please send love. Please bear with me because, again, it is summer. And y'all know y'all still ain't asked for this story yet, but your girl back teaching. So if y'all want to hear that story while it's summertime and I have a little bit more time to give like the fullness of the testimony, comment 1 in the chat because like I'm ready to give it. But are y'all ready to receive it? Okay, I'm done. I'm done. But if you have me on any of these platforms, please send out love. Please send out any prayers. Like, you can send out any little messages to me because, baby, I know I'm going to need it. And if you have any prayer requests, let me know. I will gladly drop down to my knees and call out to our Father for you. Okay? With no hesitation. I may not always text back. It may take me a little while to text back. But I promise that if you still send it, I see it. It's just it takes me a little bit longer to get back, especially in my seasons. Okay? I think I'm ready to stop yapping. I just recently learned that word, y'all. I feel like I'm getting back hip to the game. I've been out the game too long. I think I'm getting back hip. But yes, I'm gonna hop off the chat and go take my time to myself because y'all hear that? The baby still ain't here. Until next time, y'all.